this wasted space that is the conscious state. My thoughts begin to race. I'm tracing timelines through my mind. Damn, it's a crime the way I levitate. Never can debate because I demonstrate all that I stand for. Could never ignore the soul that's inside that's craving more. To you I implore, never forget what you're fighting for. Mind sharp in your spirit raw. Don't worry about the flaws. Look away in that nice sand draw. Tongue plump with tainted words. Breath stained the herb. Another heretic kicking it on the curb. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. Bringing it back again like snapbacks and cutted rims. Cause that New England soul keep a nigga driven in the go. Never fold cause there's a story to be told. So take a listen and roll up that smoke, don't choke. Cause we on that laid back. I'm kicking real knowledge, some call it gangster rap. But I caught the wisdom the elders gave me. Told me they saved me, it had to be bigger than the hood that made me. Gravy, Craig David, a nigga was born to do it. Never lose cause you know the kid use it. So roll another one, your boy ain't done. Light another Uli, load the lyrical Uzi and get you some. Even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. We go in, we go off and set him up for going. Go off for going, go off, set him up for going. I go off for going, go off for going. I go off and set him up for going. I get off for going, get off for go. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. But I said, darling, even if they clip your wings, you can still fly. I said, darling. As a youngin', learned to abuse my body and my soul. Cause in a crazy world I had to keep hold on to something. Never budge for nothing, stay in my lane steady ducking. Cause life told me to never trust them. Never broke character till I went mad like the Hatter. My whole world shattered, had to hunt and gather. Find the pieces of self scattered among the rubble and the tattered. Bread. Hammers barking outside of the window. Muffled by the sound of the willow. Burn slow, duck low, oh no. Steady we go into a world we just don't know. So take a breath and let go. For all we know, the heavens are just as cold. Sometimes I drive slow through the old hood just to remind myself life is so good. They'll never believe where I came from, and at this point I ain't trying to tell them, cause years I circle, search my identity in the rubble, mistook every cuddle, different face in every puddle, dance so hard in the rain, balls of my feet still scarred from the blisters that remain, but not one regret. I gave it my all, I never look back, although I listen real hard. Here I stand, a broken man, but a man at that. Steady we go into a world we just don't know. So take a breath and let go. For all we know, the heavens are just as gold. Steady we go into a world we just don't know. So take a breath and let go. For all we know, the heavens are just as cold, just as cold. Steady we go, steady we go. Steady we go. Is this one Nectar? Was always a sucker for her sweet seduction. Painted toenails and flip-flops, cute as a button. Way that sundress float over sun-kissed skin. Reveal the silhouette against the sunset horizon. Original sin, cause I lust for the taste of her fruits. Ready to light up this garden and get loose. Jungle juice, more than just a myth. Take a sip, cause we won't be back for a minute. Maybe our last chance to dance last night in paradise. Dance around a burning tree, take flight. Find your friends and show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. Find your friends and show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. The moonlight kissed her eyelids, the cool breeze brushed her lips. Couldn't remember last time she felt like this. Found solace in the crowd through that smoke cloud. Curls bounce to the rhythm, music so loud. Canopy of sound to carry our lust through the evening. Damned if I'm dreaming, cause the warmth of your skin is the type of sin I can spend the rest of my night indulging in. Finna find home in your deep moans, losing my religion in your mellow tones. Free spirit, we were meant to roam. Find your friends and show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. Find your friends and show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. Come on, baby. Now won't you just dance with me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, baby. Now won't you come and dance? And show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. My girlfriend said, show me something. Love the way you move. I've been trying, I'd be lying if I said I don't want you. Thank you to the millions of you out there in the audience. Born another child of the crop, like it or not. Statistically, we never had a shot. Born to a world gone bad. Rags to riches, riches to rags. Got a killer for some coin, throw his body in a bag. Please, Mr. Dope Man, can I get a bag, man? Got a little problem, need advice, man, no advice. My nights are lonely, never had no one for me. My sorrows in this bottle, gonna do it for me. Oh, glory, hallelujah, don't let him fool ya, cause he's got an opinion and a Ruger. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, but today I can't shake all these feelings in the way. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days. It goes 1, 2, 3 to the face. Just another smoking ace with a soul preface. This is my soul on display. So through all the dismay, I'm steady rocking non-stop, inflict the ash in the tray. Okay, okay, now let me just say, spend a few words trying to justify my ways. It don't matter through that chatter, that cloud makes it okay. It don't matter through the chatter now. Let's get high, kill these lows, throw that towel under the door, turn the lights down real low, like that neck chopper and let it glow. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, but today I can't shake all these feelings in the way. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, but today I can't shake all these feelings in the way. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days. Well, I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, but today I can't shake all these feelings in the way. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, but today I can't shake all these feelings in the way. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, good days, good days. Good days. I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days, good days, good days, good days. Well, I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days. Well, I suppose that I know that we're gonna find them good days. Let's take it home. Tell me, who can you trust these days? Love's gone astray, find my insecurities in the ashtray. Everything about me, fuck a do-re. Even melody, kill harmony for some radio play. Rolling my sleeves to hide my heart, cause both love and war are an art. So I ask, if we part, do your part. Cause we both made a promise to leave a mark. Remember what it is that we first stood for, when our passion burned bright, when our souls were still pure. Cause the honesty in your eyes is the only thing keeping me alive. If I'm falling, will you be there to catch me, or will you go on your own? I don't need your words in blood or stone. I just wanna see you when I get home. from day one. We were nothing but a masterpiece, crafted by the angels in heaven. That's what we had to be. But if I needed you to be the one beside me and ride or die, lay loyal to be the strength to keep the scene together, we can weather the storm. Because when I fall, you fall too. And two is better than one, don't let me fall through. Because with us comes trust, sincerity, and such a cherished keeping clarity in touch. Shit, if I die today, could I just lie in my grave knowing we hold on to everything that we made together? Together, 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 together. If I'm falling, will you be there to catch me? Or will you go on your own? I don't need your words in blood or stone. I just wanna see you when I get home. If I'm falling, will you be there to catch me? Or will you go on your own? I don't need your words in blood or stone. I just wanna see you when I get home. If I'm falling, now if I'm falling, now if I'm falling, if I'm falling down, if I'm falling down, will you catch me now? If I'm falling down, will you catch me now? If I'm falling down, will you catch me now? If I'm falling down, will you? If I'm falling, will you be there to catch me? Or will you go on your own? I don't need your words in blood or stone. I just wanna see you when I get home. If I'm falling, will you be there to catch me? Or will you go on your own? I don't need your words in blood or stone. I just wanna see you when I get home. That's it, y'all. What's on the sound?
This is Gary Janzinski from Motif Magazine with Between the Notes at the Parlour in Providence, sponsored by R1 and Trinity Brewhouse. Here with Son of Sound. Can you guys introduce yourself?
I'm Steve, and I play guitar.
I go by Phoenix Black. I am the vocalist and rapper.
I am Jeff. I play the drums.
Andrew, I play bass.
So why the Son of Sound? How'd you come up with the name?
A few reasons. We've always kind of gravitated towards like the sun. And as I was writing like our first demos, because I kind of wrote some demos to come to these guys, it was just labeled Sun, S-O-N, S-O-N of Sound.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, you know what, let's just kind of put the spin on it. And it stuck.
So it is the Sun, not
Sun, S-U-N
Gotcha.
of Sound.
How long have you been together as a group?
Yeah. Yeah. We've been together for what, 12 years now? Yeah. And we've had another member too, which he actually moved to Brooklyn, but we've just continued with the four of us ever since. So.
But you guys have known each other longer than the band, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I worked with this guy at a grocery store when I was 16, and I've known him since I was like 11 years old. So.
Davis actually gave me one of my first bass guitars. He was like, hey, this thing's a piece of crap. You're left-handed. Why don't you see what you can do with this right-handed piece of crap? But I used it for a long time. And I was like, what, we were like 15 and 16? We were young.
That's a good segue. Who was the first to start playing music?
The first of us to start playing?
Oh, God. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Drums?
Drums, yeah.
Mm.
I think I was starting at 3. I think I had my first set by 5.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hello, my name is Jeff.
Was
yeah,
that the first instrument you played, was the drums?
The drums, yep. Yep.
You guys, your bass, did you play anything else?
Yeah, I started on piano, then saxophone, then trombone, then French horn. Yeah, then guitar, and then I wanted to play guitar, and then some guy I was trying to be in a band with was like, no, this is my band, and I'm going to play guitar, so you have to play bass. So
The default.
he's like, maybe you like it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to. And I did, so that's how a lot of bass players get going.
And you tried the bass.
He still plays.
Yeah, so actually, when I had gone to school for music, I went in as a bassist. I started playing piano when I was 6. I tried the trumpet. I was terrible at that. That was a fail. I don't think I can be a horn player. And guitar, I kind of twiddle around, but...
Have you played anything other than guitar?
Yeah, I played trumpet, and I played viola. You know, the classic instruments that you don't want to play when you're a kid. And then my dad was a guitar player, so he taught me how to play. And I'm a producer. I make beats as well,
Very cool.
under natural order.
How old are all of you? You're all about the same, right?
31.
I'm 33, just turned 33.
Pass for all of that. 32.
I turned 22 a couple days ago. I'm 34.
You skipped the...
I'm the old man.
Where did y'all meet?
Somerset, Mass, right? Is that?
Yeah, school.
Yeah, well, they all met in school. I didn't go to school with them, but friends that I had in Somerset introduced me. So that's
So where are you all originally from? Somerset or?
Fall River for me.
Yeah, I was born in New Bedford, Mass, but I moved to Somerset about middle school, and I met these guys not too long after that.
And where do you live now? Ballpark?
Yeah, about Somerset.
Mhm.
Somerset. He's in Boston.
Raised by the river.
Did anybody have to be coaxed into the band?
No, so we had all been in bands with each other before. So when I brought the demos to these guys, I was like, hey, listen, I think this is the best combination of, because our friend group is much bigger and we're all musicians. So I was like, I think this will be the best combo of us to kind of move with this stuff. And we were all kind of like, all right, let's just try it out. And we squeezed into a like 6x6 cube room at UMass Dartmouth one day with our former member Jay. He was a guitarist, and it clicked right away.
And how old
Chemistry
were
was
you
there.
then when you formed this group?
21. I was about 21. Yeah, you were like 19. Yeah. Yeah, we were young. Still, it was college age. We kind of started out in the UMass Dartmouth campus a little bit.
What was the first song you learned as a group?
Yeah, we didn't really learn anything. We just kind of wrote this one song, Soul Power, that people still ask us to play. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
You started with your own music?
Yeah, we
You
started with
never did
originals.
covers?
No.
Only when we had to. We had a brief and very sad stint doing covers to try and make money. You know, like obviously being in an original band it's hard. You know, it's living that struggle life and all that. But yeah, the cover bands can get paid a little bit, so we try to do it, and just like we just hated it. You know, so we stopped. We can do it if we have to, but it's no fun for anybody. You know. Yeah, it's just.
So what's the process? You're sitting down to write a song.
So the process, at least as far as we have it pretty well ironed out. He comes up with a seed of an idea. I'll try and flesh out harmony for it, and Jeff will put a beat behind it and also help with the structure. And then Randy will put the words on top, and then also basically go over the whole thing, everybody's parts. You know, we'll all sort of do it very. It's the only band I've ever been in that's truly, I think, a very even collaboration. I mean, that's as far as I can tell. I mean, if you guys have anything to add.
No, and I specifically remember standing in a dorm at UMass Dartmouth and Davis being like, you know, so how do you think we're going to do this? Like, who's going to do the writing? And I was like, no, we're not playing that game. I was like, we're all going to write the music, because I really felt like we all had a special piece to bring to the table. And that's kind of what's made us unique.
So most of the time happens all of you in the room at the same time.
Yeah, so we kind of all write together. I play like musical director a little bit. And then everybody goes, okay, you're being a crazy person, stop interrupting us. But it usually works out.
So what's the seed of a song?
Usually I'll come up with like a little riff, or Davis will come up with something. And yeah, that's usually just what it is, just a little idea on guitar, or even like transferring an idea from piano or keyboard part to the guitar, and then everyone kind of just builds off of it, yeah.
So that first seed, you don't have a real feeling for it. It's just like a little.
I usually just like jam in my room with an acoustic or whatever, you know. It just kind of comes with just messing around with the guitar.
There's no end result in the start of your.
No, sometimes I'll have like another part, but that's usually it.
Is it come off of another song you hear on the radio? Just a weird situation at work?
Yeah, sometimes it's inspired by some bands, or like I remember when we first started, I was listening to like a lot of Jamiroquai. Still, yeah, and like the Roots and stuff like that.
That was when I was listening to you. That was one of the bands I kind of
Yep.
got a.
Oh,
feeling
absolutely, yeah. Add anything? Anyone?
For. How long have you been performing for people? How long was the garage phase?
Not very long. So because we had all kind of played music for so long, you know, we were always really comfortable with performing. So we kind of hopped right in. You know, as soon as we had a couple songs ready, I think our first show was at like Club Hell in Providence.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, the promoter that was with us was like, hold up. And he like ran upstairs to another promoter. It's like, you need to work with these guys. That person was Frankie Spatches. I think is how you say that. I hope I didn't butcher that. He's been in Providence for years and years. Scare Don't Fear. And he kind of really put us onto the Providence music scene, and we've been running ever since. So it's been about 12 years.
Do you have a favorite show that stands out? Like either the people you're playing for, the sound, or whatever?
Probably when that Hollywood Undead show.
That was the biggest one.
That actually was the biggest one we played. Yeah. So
Where
I don't
was
know.
that?
There's got to be a correlation between the. That was at the Fett Ballroom. Yeah, we played for Hollywood Undead, and the crowd there was really great, and they were really into us as well. And I think maybe just allowed us. We had the most fun. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
the
long ago
Talib
was that?
Show. That was pretty good too.
That was a couple of years,
Yeah.
right?
A few years.
Yeah.
Counting COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's this all up time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chloe was good, and then there was another big fat one we did.
Oh, Talib. No, we just said that. Wyclef. Yeah. We did Wyclef. Yeah. Can I tell you a quick story about that?
Sure.
All right.
Don't put anybody on blast.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
There's a lot of blast stories for that one, so don't do anything.
Which ones? No. This one's a good one. This is a good story. This one's good. We won't name him. We won't name Wyclef. We'll call him something else.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so no, he was fine. He was fine. Basically,
can
what
edit.
happened is they asked us to use our equipment for the show. So they got to use our equipment, which was, by the way, kind of a big honor too, because I think the drummer that was drumming with him had drummed for Bob Marley and stuff. So to meet him and have him use my stuff was really nice. But anyway, the show was supposed to be out at, I don't know, 1 or something, and we had opened. On top of opening, we were there beforehand to get it. We were there hours and hours and hours, and so then at some point, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, which is when they had like a hard out, we get up on stage, they end the show, we're exhausted, we start packing up our stuff, and Wyclef comes out and says, "Hey, I'm really good friends with the owner, and we're gonna do like another hour," and everybody but us like cheered really loudly, and we just like real quick put our stuff back on stage and like left, and we were there for like another hour and a half, 2 hours or something. But it was good, and he was a very nice man.
Yeah, I was gonna add. He, as far as meeting guys like that goes, you never know what you're gonna get. But he was probably one of the coolest dudes that, like, of that caliber that we've worked with. He was really friendly and really cool to us.
That's a good style match for you two guys too.
And he made me, I have to say, Wyclef, if you're watching, I know you are. He made me this banana like coconut drink, and just was like, "Here, have this." And I was like, "Okay, I hope it's not drugs." But it was delicious. It really was. So if you got that recipe, Wyclef, hit a brother up.
So back to your process of writing a song, has anybody had a creative block? Does it help when there's multiples?
All the time, all the time. So with our
you
process,
just jump over that person's role, or you?
No, so if we don't feel that the chemistry or like the process is going any further, because I mean, in any project that anybody's ever done, there's that moment where you're like, I got to take a step back, and that's just kind of what we do collectively. We're pretty good
Just
at
put it on the shelf for a while.
yeah, we're pretty good at putting the ego away, putting our egos aside, and like not being offended by anything like that. I think it helps that we've known each other for so long. So, but there's definitely been mental blocks. I mean, there's songs that we spent 3 years writing and then never performed. Yeah.
Stuff that's still on the shelf.
Is there any pressure being in the group, like not, contributing as much as the rest?
No, I mean, it's extremely evenly distributed in terms of like who contributes what and who brings what ideas to the table. So yeah, I mean, there's no pressure, and if anything, the pressure in a situation like that just makes everything worse. I mean, it'll stifle any kind of creative process. I think anyway.
Because COVID, it's like been a little rough getting back into things because like we didn't see each other. Well, I saw these guys, but I didn't like hang out or anything. So it was getting back to it now, and writing now is a little bit like trying to brush the rust off.
It's
but
still slow.
yeah, but we're getting there, So
Do you have any routines, either writing music or for a show? Is there anything you have to eat, drink,
oh yeah,
do a dance? The Beatles had a bowl of brown M&Ms. Anything like that?
I mean, we eat all kinds of stuff. I mean, we go to
But is it
Antonio's a
routine?
lot.
Do you
after.
do it the same way?
I
each
mean,
time?
I would say Antonio's like we go to a lot after shows. Sometimes at Bisu, in where's that? Providence, Cranston, or yeah, it's a Japanese restaurant.
I'd say anytime that we're together, we're gonna try to do two things. That's play music and play Magic. And eating, we spend so much time together, we gotta eat. So those three things
I
usually
saw on
happen.
your Instagram, board games and
Yeah, we
trap music.
yes, that's Mr. Trap music over there. I know it doesn't really fit our demographic, especially with the people sitting up here. I'm not gonna point out why. I don't wanna offend
Specifically
anybody.
trap music.
Yes, but
That's a long way to get to
You know what?
motivation.
We're breaking down barriers, okay, dude?
That's
It's
a long
2021,
barrier.
okay?
And your motivation for music, what is it? Just to hang out with your friends or to become famous or...
Man,
I think at this point we're just like it's like a brotherhood. The four of us, we're just really good friends. Like I personally don't really care what happens. We just like playing music together, and that's it for me.
we've been very lucky over the last 12 years. We've gotten to work with a lot of people that as kids we like considered heroes. We've had a fantastic career together, and I think Steve nailed it on the head when he said it's a brotherhood. Like I can't even imagine what life would be like without these guys, whether we're playing music or not. And that's something that we really try
You
to
would
convey.
do something as a group.
Oh,
whatever it was.
absolutely, absolutely.
Family vibes. And like a shark has to keep swimming in order to not die. Essentially, that's kind of how I feel it personally about music. Like, I don't care if nobody's listening or nobody cares or whatever, if I'm old as fuck and irrelevant or what. I just have to do it, you know? I think we all kind of feel similarly.
You said you had one more band member that moved.
Jay.
How was the vibe right after he moved? Did it kind of
Oh, I think
really
we were.
shake you guys up?
Yeah, I mean, he was a very big like I said, he was a huge part of our process too. He contributed a lot. We miss him. We love him. I mean, like he moves and he has other things he needs to do, and that's great. But you know, it's never really been exactly the same. I don't think it ever will be.
Has he been back to play for a short period?
Oh yeah, I mean he's still one of our best friends in the entire world. You know, last time I saw him actually was at his wedding. You know, he lives in New York, so COVID again was kind of tough to see each other. However, you know, he's still really a big part of our lives. He was the first friend I had when I moved to Somerset as a kid. You know, he would play Tool at 3 a.m. just to wake me up. He's a character.
Do any of you get stage fright? Big show, one of those.
Yes, not so much anymore. But when I first started, I would like black out. I would almost like the lights would, you know, just get so bright, and I'd have to walk off stage sometimes, which is crazy because I've been performing since I was a kid. But it wasn't until I'd say like 5 or 6 years ago it finally went away.
Would you call any of you shy, like in regular life?
Yes.
And then you get up on stage and play R&B. But I guess that's pretty common. You know, like Hendrix was supposed to be painfully shy.
I was actually kind of nervous for this. Like, I haven't played in, I mean, you can't blame me. We haven't played in a very long time, so. Not like super stage fright, but, you know. I usually get on stage and I don't get any nerves lately. Like,
So does the band have a philosophy, like, you know, hardcore this, you know, mellow, brotherly love, just friends hanging out? That's your...
Yeah, so, I mean, when we first set out for this, it really was, our goal was to, how do I phrase this? So when we met as kids, we really introduced each other to a lot of different styles of music, and we found that same vein of that love for music throughout everything we listened to. So it didn't matter if I, you know, put on an Earth, Wind & Fire song, and then, you know, Jay put on a Frank Zappa song, and then Davis put on, you know, Guster or Rush or whatever it may be. You know, we found
You'd all
that
get
same
something
vein.
out of it.
Yeah, and we all just kind of gravitated towards each other, and we wanted to bring that same thing to music. So we really bringing all those crazy styles together with like this pop sensibility was what we really wanted to do, because we wanted people to hear that musicianship and hear, you know, the detail that we put into our songs. Because like we're playing a song, you know, it's a verse, chorus, but if you really listen, there's a lot of stuff going on in there, and we kind of wanted to bring that to a place where it was palatable, if we could say.
Have you noticed an evolution in your music? When you first started, what was it like?
Hi. So going back to earlier when you talked about that little dorm room that we practiced in when we first got together, we started playing, again, just original stuff, just coming with stuff off the cuff. And I think Steve and I had just got out of like some pretty hard rock bands, I think. Davis, you were playing some real experimental stuff at the time, right? More jazz. Yeah, jazz. So we played this stuff, and of course Randy's rapping on top. So it just became Rage Against the Machine right off the bat. Right when we started, I think we had like 3-4 songs that were, everybody was like, oh, you guys sound so great, just like Rage. And we'd be like, oh, we're trying to go for something different, you know, per se. Or not that we don't like Rage, because we love Rage. Love Rage. But we were like, oh, we just don't want to be compared to them right away. But anyway, as we've gone now, and where we are now, I should say, with losing Jay, that fifth member, and having to kind of change the writing just a little bit to work with the four of us, I don't want to say it's mellowed out, but we've been able to kind of grab onto certain vibes that are very, I don't want to say relaxing, but it's
More R&B.
yeah.
Mhm.
Then yeah, and we're having a ton of fun with it. We're able to kind of like really strip down like funk beats. In my perspective, I'm able to kind of not play as many drums and try to break down the kind of bone structure of the beats along with their riffs and things like that. So yeah, between losing Jay was got to be the biggest change in writing. But even after that first one, we still had Jay. We kept evolving. We're still evolving today. Now we're starting to do a lot more with samples and things like that. So probably Davis could talk a little bit more at length about that, but or Randy. Oh yeah. So that's all I had to say. But yeah, we have evolved pretty like we're pretty far from the Raising Against Machine right now.
Do you think about what the audience hears and how they take it at all, or is it just what you?
No, it's just us. Yeah.
So where else can we? Sorry, go.
No, it's fine. I just never mind. Go ahead.
So where else can we hear your next show, or where do you play on a regular basis? Or?
We are playing at Fat Music Hall on October 30th. And that is our next show, right? With Toad and the Stooligans. Is it Jesse and the Tree? Joe Bruce, of course.
We just interviewed Joe.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, so I recently got to work with Joe Bruce, Lewis Moore is also playing. Lewis Moore, Toad and the Stooligans, and Jesse the Tree. We kind of did this collaborative piece that's I'm really, really excited. So I think we're going to showcase that night. So, you know, if you liked us or liked them, come check it out October 30th.
October 30th. Where can your fans hear your stuff on a regular basis? Your Instagram, Facebook, website?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page, all that stuff. SUN of Sound. And we also have stuff on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. You can find it all there. Anywhere you normally like find music online.
Is there a recording, an album?
We have currently, I think only one of them is up. But we do have, we're probably going to put the other one up. We have like, 3 releases in total? 2 of them, 5 releases. Oh yeah, we have an album coming up, that's right.
Where do you record?
We recorded in Minneapolis, and yeah, kind of the Hideaway Studio with Joe Mabbitt. He's like done Atmosphere, POS, all the kind of rhyme sayers guys. Yeah, Flatbush Zombies too, and he's really great. He's an awesome guy, and that's why we went back. We just love the city, and when we went back, we were like, I just want to hang out with Joe.
Joe, we miss you.
We miss you, Joe.
All right. Well, thank you guys, Son of Sound. Awesome. Thank you for the Parlor. Thank you, R1
Thank you.
and Trinity Brew House for sponsoring us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.